You are now tuned into another episode of Black Girl DENpals Podcast. I am partnering with Bored Out of My Mind in Louisville, Kentucky at the South Central Regional Library. All the supplies will be included. It is free, from the vision boards to the magazines to, some little light refreshment so you all can come and be inspired, encouraged, and have a good time with everyone. Make sure to get a ticket. You go to the Instagram link in my bio to get your free ticket to the vision board party. Hopefully I see you there if you're in the surrounding areas, and let's get into the episode. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Black Girls DEN Podcast. I'm your host, Alicia. Hey Den mates, hey homegirls, what's up? I want to say Happy New Year if you are listening in the new year. If you're listening on the Wednesday that we upload, Happy Early New Year. I want to give a toast to you, so get your champagne glass. Toast to you for starting your year off right. Listening to the Black Girls DEN Podcast, period. Let's sit to that, and we will do a cheers later. So, I decided to do a year review for the podcast, tell y'all what's been going on, and then diaries. If you have been listening to us for over a year, last year we did a live vision board party, so I'm bringing that vision board back to talk about the losses, because everybody want to talk about the wins, but child, let's be vulnerable and talk about the struggles, and like the hard parts and what's really going on in life. And I feel like there's a podcast for that. You just want to talk about all the good. Over here, we're transparent, we're honest. That's what the den is for, to share real feelings. And so that's what I want to do today on this podcast episode. But first, let's, start off with some good things going on. So our first segment is Den Diaries. On the special episodes, we be having Den Diaries. So let's just kind of talk about like what's been happening in the den. As I'm recording this is a batch record episode. I just left my Densgiving. I had about 10 women. We went and we ate downtown. We ate some soul food. The food was so good. I gave away wine glasses and a mug. If you didn't know, that's kind of like the merch that we have with the Black Girls DEN podcast, So I gave that away. We talked about all things from podcasts, TV shows, travel. It was really, really great. And I'm just really glad I'm able to kind of make these spaces in the city, in Louisville, if you did not know, where we can come around and just, have some fun over some dinner, DEN. You see what I'm doing? And then September, we also did one, and it was just called Black Girl Dinner, so that was cute. Right now, you will be seeing this later, but right now I'm planning Girls Miss Game Night, which is basically a 90s game night. So we're going to go play some games, drink some hot chocolate. So hopefully I'll be able to give you an update next year on how that went. But that's really just what's happening in the den. We're doing a couple events. January 10th, though, if you are virtual, like you don't live in Louisville, stay tuned, because I might be doing something January 10th. If you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, you'll see that I've been done posted. But right now, we are also wrapping up our Den Must, where we are, we watched Girlfriends, because that's the show that won. Next month, I'm thinking about doing the Parkers, but you let me know. So we had dinner. It was virtual. We talked about Girlfriends every Sunday. And so that's just a cozy way, to kind of have everybody get together, so I don't have to go live all the time. Because if you did not know, I went live every Sunday, child, almost. I was going live on Wednesdays and Thursdays. It was just a lot going on this year. As a review, I started doing social media Sundays. I did TV Thursdays. I did Wind Down Wednesdays. I was interviewing people on the reality TV shows, child. I was talking about TV shows, doing TV reviews. I was partnering with my girl, Keywan. We were doing main character Mondays. We was reviewing, not put a ring on it. We were talking about, it was somebody's son. And then I also did Love is Blind. I also did another show that was on OWN. That was my first one that I did. And it was the people who never seen each other. It was their first time meeting each other. I did that. So that was kind of, a lot going on this year coming back, although some things didn't go, as well as planned, as in, i.e., now I'm doing the podcast solo, so I'm really trying to find my footing, and so I'm just trying to figure out what is, the best route to go with the podcast. So that's just me being honest and transparent. I do have some new series coming up. It's called Small Town Girl Bigger Dreams, where I'm interviewing people in Louisville about how they have chased their dreams in a smaller city. And then Finding Your Voice Through Your Passion, that's another series that I just completed. So that'll be coming out in 2026 if you're interested in the new content, you know what I'm talking about. So we hit our 50 episodes. That's really, really good. We have over 1,100 downloads. So make sure if you watch on YouTube, you download on audio. If you are watching on or listening on audio, make sure you come to YouTube, because baby, I need them watch hours. Okay, we are trying to get monetized over here. All right. So yeah, basically, through the series, I was able to meet new people in the city, able to connect, and through my events, I'm able to kind of build this community around Black Girls Den Voices. It's all about media and womanhood coming together and just, navigating life as that. So that is kind of what's happening in the Den. I really wish that I could remember the first show that I did. Oh, I can remember it. Let me go to my handy YouTube channel, and then I will be able to tell you all what the show was if I'm able to get to it. Because if you did not know, I go live sometimes, so you all can watch more episodes of me interviewing people, talking to people, different things like that. If you are interested in that type of content, those are more lives, and they are kind of unplanned. Some of them are planned. It was called Never Ever Met. If you watch that, I did that. Somebody's Son, I talked about divorce sisters. We talked about everything. I did some Black Girl Hot Topics, talking about church and just that whole thing. Love is Blind, talked about friendship. I interviewed somebody on the show called Virgins. So yeah, I did a little bit of everything this year. Still trying to, like I said, figure out the footing on how I want to go. But those episodes don't come on the podcast. But if y'all want those live interviews and stuff like that on the podcast, let me know, because I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to put it on the podcast. But it's live, they're long, so yeah, it just depends. But it just gives you kind of like a different perspective and like talking about things that are happening right then and there. Okay, and if y'all have any suggestions on things that y'all want to hear talk about, leave me a comment. Follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm on all of them, child. YouTube. Okay, and I'm so excited because if you do know, if you watch Somebody's Son, I did interview Chambrielle, and I got 1,000 views on that. May not sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me, child. Okay, as we are starting on this new journey, it's a lot to me. It's like my highest interview, so that's really, really good. I talked about coffee dates, talked about the job market, layoffs and everything like that, and child, it's a lot going on, baby, okay? So yeah, definitely wanted to just share that so y'all can kind of know what's happening, what's going on. I want to do some virtual like Sunday dinners or whatever, but I kind of got to know where people are at so I can kind of figure out how to navigate that. Sadly, I did a girls' night in virtual, but that one didn't go as well as my events in person. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what's best. But slide into my DMs. I love suggestions, ideas, and stuff like that. And I'm also thinking about starting like a Black Girls Den ambassador, program thing, so you can be a Den ambassador. I got something cute for you all, and I have I would say a different name for y'all, but I'm not gonna give that out right now, right? I'm thinking about Patreon. I'm thinking about doing some other events. I'm thinking about doing some other series and stuff like that on live. But next year, this leads into my next thing, I actually am moving, so the Den will not look the same, sadly. I'm moving into a new apartment, first time living by myself, so that's going to be very, very new. But if you're watching this, you see the brown couch. This is an era, though. It's the end of an era with the Den wall. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. It's going to look a little similar, or it's going to look a little different, but still have similar elements. So I'm still trying to figure that out as well too. But this is the end of an era. I've been in this space for 2 years. Sadly, I only got to do 50 episodes in here, but we are still growing and figuring out the things that we still want to do with this podcast. So, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions about things. Now, constructive criticism is cute, right? But let's, give some good ideas, no negativity, positivity. Although I just said, everybody focus on the positive. But in this part, be positive. Because what Erica Badu would say, I'm sensitive about my ish. Okay, I'm an artiste. Okay, I think I'm the creator. But the same thing, right? So that's honestly kind of where I'm at. I'm still trying to figure out and navigate how to do this on my own, whether that looks like just audio or just, some visuals, something like that. I'm still debating on it. I'm still thinking about it, and still just trying to figure out, where I need to go. So that's really what's happening, in the den right now. And yeah, we will just keep it moving, right? Because that's all we can do. So that is what's happening in the den. And the next segment we're going to go into is our TVNT. Kind of a little bit, because if you watch Girlfriends, as I said, that's the episode that's the show that we're doing for Denmas. Joan, the first episode, Joan turns 30. So this year I turned 30. If you didn't watch my birthday episode, 30 for 30, go check that out after this one, because you'll be able to get a little bit more information and kind of see what we're talking about. And so I talked about some things in that episode, and I was like, y'all gotta come back at my end of the year wrap and see what goal I hit, what goal I didn't hit. So now we're going to talk about the goals I hit and the goals I didn't hit. But Joan was so sad because she was single. She was at a job, I guess, that she really didn't like. She didn't have no kids. And so she was just like, like, what's happening? I'm 30, And I was just like, true. I turned 30 this year, and I'm like, baby, these 30s, baby, they are not it. Okay, like, let's talk about it. The 30s are not it for me, unless y'all know y'all have something else. The 30s for me, I did my top 10 moments of my 30s. And now I need to do my failed 10 moments of 2025. I'm not gonna do that, but I just was like, woo, baby. I had a goal because I turned 30. I wanted to do 30 states by 30. Sadly, that did not go as planned because life happens. I moved into my apartment. It's expensive. Jobs change. One thing I learned about this year is that our life, like, literally, everything changed. Like, nothing stays the same. There's always something changing. So I am not being able to do my last state in 2025. So hopefully that could be in 2026. I didn't buy a house. That was something I was going to do. I ended up getting an apartment instead of buying a house, child, because that was just, that was just too much. And I feel like I'm trying to learn how to, like, pour into myself. I feel like in my 20s, I was just pouring into people, or, like, even in podcasts, even the content, like, I was pouring so much into people. I'm, like, so excited. This might sound so random, but I'm so excited to just kind of, like, be able to turn my apartment into my space, whether that's, like, a movie theater. I'm trying to, do a movie theater, do, like, a spa theme or something like that. Like, even just be able to relax and take bubble baths, like, once a week. Like, I'm actually looking forward to that. And, like, I don't want to say slowing down, but just like resting and just like being still and really pouring into myself. So that's something that I'm really focused on in 2026, because I feel like in my 30s, like, nothing's going to change from, health scares to jobs to, like, navigating career changes. I ended up quitting the program that I was in for my career change because it was just too much and it was, like, not enough support. In that I'm trying to get in technology space. But update, I have got a mentor in technology in the space that I'm trying to go into. So that's really good. but it's just kind of like navigating this career pivot change. In the beginning of my 30s, I see so many people getting laid off. I see so many people switching careers in their 30s. Different things like that are happening. So honestly, you only really have like one life to live in the physical room, right? So I'm just like, I have to figure out what I want to do, if I'm going to move, if I'm not going to move. And so it's just becoming so overwhelming. So I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, step by step. I'm trying to focus on being in the gym, taking, like some more gym classes. I love doing gym classes, and, just being able to pour into myself. I have a whole bookshelf that I can show y'all. My bookshelf is going to be full because I have all these books on there. Hopefully I get to read them all. And it's just going to be able to be all my books on my bookshelf, So I'm really excited for that and things like that. But it's just like, ooh, turning 30, I feel like Joan, like, what is happening? I don't have no kids, I'm not married. But now she had an income because she was a lawyer, right? I didn't have no income, so, well, I do have income, but like, I don't have lawyer income. And if you want to, join us on YouTube for my audio listeners, I know y'all are early, but I am showing y'all my 2025 vision board. It said manifest bigger, romanticize your life. It says luxury. It says $1 million check. Y'all didn't get that. It says travel, friendship. It does have massage, and then it has a little bit more traveling. So sadly, let's talk about it. I decided that I don't think I'm going to romanticize my life because I'm too busy focused on just living my life, child. I can't even romanticize anything. Like, it's just so hard. There's follow that dream on there. Because of like different things that I've been going through, like personally, I haven't been able to write that much. I haven't been able to really follow that dream. I have a whole bunch of ideas, but I just have personal things going on that I really can't do it too much right now. So that's a whole nother conversation. But I went to a book festival that was really, really good to just kind of see if I want to do like self-publish, publishing from a, I would say, like traditional publishing. So still thinking about that as well. Manifesting bigger, I would say that trying to even like pour all that I can into this podcast so one day it could be the biggest podcast ever, period, right? I would say luxury. I didn't get Gucci or a private jet or even a nice closet, but I did get a walk-in closet because that was one of my non-negotiables when I moved. I bought some cute MK sunglasses. That was my luxury of the year. Like, I was like, oh, I used to buy purses all the time, luxury purses all the time. Then I just stopped. Pay me attention. I still haven't reached my $1 million check, but I feel like I have $1 million idea. So, we're going to see. Mindset, habits, and routines. I don't know. I don't really have like a nighttime routine. I kind of have a morning routine, but I'm more just like building my habits. Like, okay, going back to go to the gym, going back to like eating better, like changing my mindset a little bit. But routines are just really kind of hard to stick to because I do just live like this, like just kind of go. Plus, if you've been listening or watching, I work 3 jobs sometimes. I'm not working 3 jobs right now. Right now, I'm working about 1.5, if that makes sense. But I was teaching. I was working 7 days a week. So it's like it was really hard to kind of like build that routine and that muscle for that, just because anything can happen. I'm a little bit lacking in the friendship shot. I lost a couple of friends this year. That's truly sad because as much as I want to build a community and have friendships, it's just hard. Just dealing with people, trying to, talk, have conversations, and just kind of really navigating that friendship space. I feel like it's kind of hard as well. But I'm open to new friendships, and I just hope that comes through and is fruition next year. But I'm taking a pause on it because it's really just sad. How you can kind of show yourself friendly and how you want to be friends with people and hang out with people, and it's just like you don't get that same thing back. Like you don't get that same, I would say, type, like the feeling back. You know how they say they do say treat people how you want to be treated, treat others how you want to be treated, stuff like that. But it's like when you don't have that same common courtesy, like it's really kind of hard to navigate those spaces. So let me know if y'all lost friends this year, how y'all friendships are going. I would say that I did do a solo date every single month this month, so I practiced that self-care. I got like 2 massages. I'm not really big on massages, but I like to get my nails and I like to go out. as I'm recording right now, I have a solo date planned, and I have an idea to do like a solocation. So we'll see, I'll talk about that in the future if I do that or whatever I do for my solo date next time. So that's really what I set out a goal to do was 12 solo dates. And I'm going to complete 12 solo dates. That's so great. And I'm so excited and glad that I held that up for me. I decided to do that in January. And my first one was really cool. I went to a cake spot. I did pottery, child. I know that it was just not for me. I really want to do like a cooking class and stuff like that. I haven't really found one to do yet. But I probably won't have that goal next year to do 12 solo dates. But I'll still kind of just do some solo dates here and there. Traveling, although I didn't go to Hawaii, Portugal, South Africa, or South America. I really wanted to go to Hawaii. It's pending. South Africa, I wanted to go in South America. But I will say that I did do 2 new states. I did Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I did Phoenix, Arizona. Tulsa, Oklahoma was my first solo trip in forever. I would count this really one as a first solo trip, even though in my other episodes I have talked about other places, but this one was like, okay, I get a hotel, do this, do that, or whatever. And so I was like, okay, I went to those like 2 weeks apart, child. I don't know what I'm doing. Free will is what they call it now. So I have free will. I have no kids, so I'm just out here living life. Those are really cool experiences, and so I need to do one more state. By next year, I'm gonna get it. If I have to do 31 states by 31. I'm gonna just keep on up and up the state, 32, 30, you know what I'm saying, if I don't get it. I wanted to go to New York City for Thanksgiving, but as I'm recording this, it's about to be Thanksgiving. I'm not going to New York City. I'm actually moving into my apartment, so let's, be thankful for that, right? Moving into my apartment, unpacking my apartment, and I'm decorating and everything like that. I'm so excited because my bathroom is gonna be like all Paris stuff. It's like, come to Paris with me, okay? Bonjour, oui, oui. So yeah, that is my vision board. There was goals on here. There's a podcasting studio, so I don't have that, but I am, somewhere podcasting. There's also a lot of this is just kind of overall. I don't know if not really wins. It's basically fails because, child, I didn't get to go to Hawaii. I lost friendships. I didn't make $1 million. So maybe I need to keep this one for next year, child. Maybe I just need to hold on. Maybe I don't need to do another vision board. I need to hold on to this to keep it moving, right? And I think sometimes that we get caught up in doing this, checking this off, checking that off. And I feel like it's so hard. And nobody wants to go through the journey. I'm not here to say, the journey is amazing. People always say that. I have yet to find out if the journey is amazing because I'm still trying to get to where I'm getting. And I don't know if the journey is amazing or if it's sad. It's tiring, it's exhausting. I'm more on that side of it, but I still am trying to just kind of live, not have so many high expectations, literally just making it day by day. Taking care of yourself is literally a full-time job. And I'm just saying this, I don't think it's funny, I don't even know if anybody shares this, but even going to the dentist shop and not having cavities, I'm like, that's a win, because I've been to the dentist and I've had cavities, right? So it's just what are the little wins, Okay, I didn't have no cavities, okay, right? I didn't gain no weight, child, I didn't lose no weight, right? But it's what are the kind of wins and things that you just have to look for, because all the other stuff truly is out. If you get a new job, if you buy a house, that's ours. So it's what are the things that I can be proud of myself for? Did I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym? Being proud of the things that you can't control and being excited for that versus the things you can't control and you trying to do those things. I can control me recording this podcast. I can control me going to the gym. I can control me applying for jobs. I can't control the outcome, right? And that's another thing. Applying for these jobs literally will have you going crazy. Every job I have applied for, I've gotten interviews, yeah, right? But they want you to do a presentation, want you to do a mock-up, this, that. I'm y'all not even paying a livable wage. I'm sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent right now. But it's just I can't be in control of those outcomes. So I can only really control my outcome. And so when I look at these things, oh yeah, I could buy me some glasses. I can control that outcome. I can afford to go here. I can control that outcome. You can't control the outcome of friendships. So if the friend wants to meet a friend, if not, so just like, you know, controlling your outcome. And I think that's a lot, even in TV shows when you see it, different things are happening. Different things happen on the outside. You really can't control that, right? You can only control what you can do and what you have, you know, to yourself. So I think next year I really am going to try to maybe not spend as much. I don't feel like I spent that much money this year though, but I feel like I'm going to try to do like a no spend to see how much money I can save, because I'm really trying to like travel and move somewhere cool, you know. So stay tuned for that, because I don't know where I'm going, but I really want to. I've always said it's like I'm trying to get into my author bag, writing bag, but I'm really trying to focus on myself. Like 2026 is really like a year, I feel like, of self-care, but it's like trying to focus on being happy. I feel like a lot of things are like external being happy, but I'm trying to focus on inward and being happy with myself and who I am. I feel like in 2026, I really want to focus on being happy wholly, you know what I'm saying? And just leaning into things that I feel like are kind of good for me, whether that's like me starting a business, me moving, me, you know, trying to like step out of my comfort zone and like not be fearful as much. I feel like we talk about it a lot. And I've tried therapy before. It didn't really work out for me too well, what I was thinking maybe, but this other lady told me to try a different type of therapy. And I feel like being fearful of like, oh, I want to go here, all I want to do is like, I'm fearful of this, I'm fearful of that. And so it's just kind of like not leaning into that fear, I feel like is something that I'm trying not to do. So with not trying to do that, I'm going to like step out of my comfort zone. So I feel like 2026 is really like a personal year for me to like focus on myself, figure out what I want to do, try some new things. I don't know what I'm going to try. Like I said, I learned how to float. I didn't learn how to swim, child. You know, maybe get outside a little bit more, play some tennis, you know, a little bit more. I did play that when I was young for a little bit. Get back into I think I want to get back into my creative bag. I used to write songs not like that, but like I know how to play the piano, so I have a piano. I want to kind of play the piano a little bit more, and just kind of like getting back into my creative bag a little bit and just kind of seeing what I can do with that. I don't really know if I'm going to be posting on social media that much, because I'm just like, I just feel like it's overwhelming posting social media. I will be on my, you know, Black Girls DENpals Podcast IG, but I feel like it's overwhelming posting on social media, trying to, you know, post, edit, share, post, edit, Snapchat. It's too much. So I really think I want to focus on myself, since it's literally, I mean, only me that has to take care of myself. So I'm trying to get a higher paying job. I'm trying to save some more money. And I do want to go on a couple more trips. But I don't know necessarily where. I don't have like, oh, I want to go here like for my birthday. I don't really have that, but I do know I want to go to a couple places just to hit my 30 for 30. And then after that, you know, I just want to build Black Girls Den podcast up. I just want to get like more downloads, more followers, more ratings. If y'all love this show right now, please rate it 5 stars, because you know, 5-star girl, okay? Comments on there, like if you like this episode, or if you just like what we're doing over here. I really want to kind of see how I can make it bigger. I have a couple of events that I want to do, like a vision board thing. I'm thinking about, if you're in Louisville, I'm thinking about doing something for Valentine's Day. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I would love to do like a retreat and stuff like that, but that's just gonna have to be when it's like more, you know, more people. The 2-year anniversary is coming up. I have an idea for that, but I'm still trying to figure out what it's going to be. So I will be knee deep in figuring out how to make myself happy, taking care of myself, podcasting, and then navigating that with the career. I feel like that's kind of every year that I'm doing that, and just kind of seeing where I'm going with that. So I feel like that is what I have for the TBNT. I don't have no specific 2026 goals besides all those, I guess, right? But let me know like what your wins was. If you want to share your fails of the year, if you want to share what you're looking forward to 2026, let me know how your year was. I think that my 2025 year was, I wouldn't say horrible, but whatever the notch is right above it, it's just been, the 30 days go by so fast. And if you haven't listened to the Christmas episode, definitely go check out the Christmas episode, because I talk a little bit more about even holidays, navigating that, and how it is as like a single woman, as an adult versus like a kid and stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes like we just have to have these spaces to have these conversations. Like, I'm talking to a friend, talking to my homegirl, because this really happens. It's like therapy on a couch, basically, when you have like, you know, being vulnerable, being honest about what's going on. And I get all the positivity fake, but like, oh, 2025 was a great year. Everybody's going to say that. Everybody's like, oh, thinking Christmas, they're going to be all these, oh, Christmas, I'm so glad to have my family, blah, blah, blah. And then you was going off on somebody that's going like, I don't play that fake stuff. It's like, if the year was bad for you, the year was bad for you. And you don't have to sit and soak, but you can think like, okay, why was the year bad for me? What can I do to change it? Or if I could just sit in my feelings and, you know, figure it out, right? To think about it. So I think that we should have those spaces where we can have all that. I can sit and I could think about like, dang, this year wasn't really that good, right? Or this year wasn't really that good. Or like, okay, how can I change it to be better next year? Everybody's like, 2025 my year, 2026 my year. Like, okay, what does that really mean? Okay, I don't really say any year is my year, because I don't really know what you're gonna bring, child. Okay, but you can go into it positively, right? But also, like, let's be honest and real, child. But I hope 2026 is a good year. I hope I make more money. I hope I meet more people, build more friendships. I've done a lot of hosting. This year, I would say, I probably won't host that much in 2026, besides like my podcast events. But yeah, I really want to focus on that. But other than that, child, I want y'all to let me know how y'all year was. Maybe something that 2025 taught you. And also, like, we need to celebrate our small wins. A win is a win, child. You need to celebrate yourself, and doing more of like celebrating myself. Like, oh, yes, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, okay, yes. Or let me know what your focus is for 2026. Anything about that? Let me know how your New Year's went. If you're out of town, if you went to church, if you had any, you know, like had a, I would say like, party, New Year's Eve party at your house, what you do for New Year's. Let me know in the comments on Instagram, on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, you know, where you're going to see this on YouTube, definitely. And then you have it on your podcast app. But let me know on Instagram, how was your New Year's? How was your whole entire year? And what are you looking forward to in 2026, okay? Before we leave, though, we have to cheers, right? Let's cheers to 2026. New blessings, new money, new people, great experiences. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have something on this left ring finger. No prospect, so don't get too excited. Okay, but yes, hopefully we'll have great things to say at the end of 2026. Let's cheers to another episode of Black Girls DENt Podcast. Let's cheers to you and cheers to your new year. 1, 2, 3. Cheers! Hit it. Thank you. And let's streak. Ooh, that water just quenched my thirst. And my name is Alicia. I'm your host of Black Girls DENt Podcast. Hopefully you enjoy this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend, and I will see you next year. Bye.